morning, everyone. Our group will present about William Ouchi and the theory that introduced by William Ouchi, which is theory Z. Now we come to the introduction first. William Ouchi is an American professor and author in the field of management and organizational system, as well as carry out some research on the large structures organizations. The first book William Ouchi's authors is the New York Times bestseller, which is the Theory Z, How American Business Can Meet with the Japanese Challenge. Theory Z is a theory that William Ouchi prominent a combination of Douglas McGregor's theories X and Y. Now we come to the educational background. William Ouchi earned a Bachelor of Administration in Political Economy at Williams College, and the highest education is PhD in Business Administration from University of Chicago. He is also one of the faculty members of University of California. Now we come to the achievement. William Ouchi served as an advisor and chief to the staff of Los Angeles Mayor Richard Rodgers, and also a chairman and a co-founder of these programs. Also served as an editorial board of the 4 academic journals, and lastly, he is also one of the faculty members, one of the advisory board of U.S. Commissions of President debate. Now I will present about the history and definitions of theory Z. This was introduced in 1918, and this inspiration comes from McGregor's theory Y, which is a physiological aspect. Americans has fallen drastically in 1980s. Many industries in America lose market shares to the competitors, especially to the Japanese companies. During this atmosphere, theory Z was introduced into the management as a lexicon. William Ouchi adopted an American approach to the management that would draw advantage from the best part of Japanese management. Theory Z is also focused on the management through subordinate and company philosophy. This represents a more humanist management system. Theory Z focuses on increasing employer loyalty to the companies by providing a job of life that with certain assumptions on those workers, such as the workers tend to build happiness and intimate working relationship with the college. Okay, the next slide I will present about is comparisons of theory X and Y and Ouchi's theory Z. The theory X represents the employee dislike the work and will try to avoid it, and also employee prefer to be controlled and disdirect, which they lose their perceptions through the companies. An employee will seek security and not responsibility, which is not good for the company. And the theory Y represents the employee will work as a natural part of life. And the second one is employee prefer limited control and directions, means they will keep their perceptions as a part of the companies. And employee will seek responsibility under the proper working conditions. And the theory Z, which is introduced by William Ouchi, the first point is employee involved in its key to increase productivity, so that they make them feel important. And employee control is implied and informers. The last point is employee prefer to share responsibility and decisions making. Now I will pass to my partner to continue the slide.
My name is Chia Hao Yuan with matrix number 255753, and I will be presenting about the applications or the system of the measurement theory, which is theory Z by William Ouchi. According to William Ouchi, there are 7 main principles in applying theory Z. So let's start with the first principle, which is long-term employment. Under Ouchi's theory Z, an employment relationship between employers and employees is usually long-term, where the organization is to make lifelong commitments to employees and expect loyalty in return. Examples of commitment are promotions, job enlargement or rotations, career planning, training, and etc. And this would then promote stability in the organizations as well as job security among employees. For example, Samsung company practices long-term employment through having open recruitment seniority-based compensations and promotion, as well as performance-based evaluations. It was believed that through these actions, would be able to retain employees to stay with the company for a long-term period. The second characteristic of Theory Z is slow evaluations and promotion. This is adopted from a Japanese management style, which they will often conduct forums with employees, allow them to give and take, and they could even challenge the managers. Promotions are often seniority based, which is not immediate, and it is to create a long-term view of business to employees and allow time for them to focus on works that need to be done. For instance, at Sony Company, wages are reviewed every 3 years, which employees are being evaluated according to a long-term basis, so that each and every aspects of employees are being observed and taken into considerations for evaluations. Next is the third principle, which is moderately specialized careers. Employees can jump from one functional area to another within a certain specialization context. Under Theory Z, moderate specializations is recommended to promote a broader range of contexts among different departments, and it's also promotes loyalty to the company as a whole rather than to just one department or one functions. So through these, employees can also obtain different skills and knowledge from different departments. For example, Samsung established a career consulting center for employees to develop their competency and to foster their core talents. Employees can also have opportunity to experience different programs and career through various human resource development programs. The next principle is consensual decision making. These theories that emphasize communications, collaborations, and collective decision making. So employees are involved in decision making, which will then generate a sense of responsibility among employees and increase their enthusiasm in the implementations of the decisions. So, for example, CEO of Nike say that his managerial style is to be like an editor, which focuses on helping his subordinates to hone their ideas. He always works with his department to set up criteria to evaluate what things the company needs to accomplish together with his employees. Next is the fifth characteristic of Theory Z, which is individual responsibility. Organizations that practice Theory Z should put their emphasis on recognizing individual achievement and individual responsibility, but within the context of the team as a whole. It is not realistic that one's rewards and merits should be accounted to group without recognizing that person efforts and contribution. So, for example, each employee should have their own responsibility to give contribution to the good collective results, and each of them must fulfill their obligations for the team to succeed. Next is the sixth principle, which is implicit control with explicit measure. So under Theory Z, William Ouchi recommended an informal methods of control, but a performance measurement through formal mechanisms. So for example, a company's organizational control system should be made informal and should emphasize on mutual trust and cooperation rather than on superior or subordinate relationships. However, subordinates should be informed of the organization's goals and directions. Last and not least, the last principle of Theory Z is holistic concern. This refers to concern for employees that goes beyond the workplace. Under Theory Z, the organization should express interest in each employee's complete life, including the health and happiness of its employees as well as their families. So, employees who felt secure and confident at work were more successful in contributing to their families and communities. For example, Google company takes a holistic approach to caring for its employees, considering both physical and mental health needs. So Google offer their staffs virtual doctor visits, prepared organic meals, fitness classes, and etc. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, good day and Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is Anis Hasmaja binti Muhammad Lot and my metric number is 255172. I will be talking about the contributions or benefits of management theory. The specific management theory that I will be talking about is William Ouchi's Theory Z. Theory Z by William Ouchi is actually a hybrid or a mixture from Japanese management and also American philosophy. According to William Ouchi, Theory Z of motivation is a managing style that focuses on strong company philosophy, a distinct corporate culture, long-range staff development, and a consensus decision making. Ouchi claims that the secret to Japanese success is not technology, but a special way of managing people. The organization's aim is to focus on increasing employees' loyalty to the company by providing a job for life that focuses on the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. Ouchi claims that the secret to Japanese success is not technology, but a special way of managing people. The organization's aim is to focus on increasing employees' loyalty to the company by providing a job for life that focuses on the well-being of the employee, both on and off the job. The first benefit is low employee turnover. Companies that practices Theory Z usually emphasizes long-term employment relationship with steady and measured promotions. The organization focuses on providing job security to the employees, which in return, the employees will provide loyalty to the company. Also, the company recognizes every employee's potential and thus attempts to continue developing it through career planning, job enlargement, training, and etc. Therefore, employees feel secure about their job and are less likely for them to leave the company. The second benefit is increase in employees' job commitment. The Japanese management theory focuses on the development of employee skills and the creation of incentives. This ensures that there is connection and commitment of employees in their daily responsibilities. Under Theory Z, the organization practices consensual and collective decision making, which employees are involved in decision making and other related matters. This generates a sense of responsibility and increases the enthusiasm of employees in the implementation of decisions. When employees feel that their contribution is being valued, they are more likely to become more committed in their job and in their daily responsibilities. The third benefit of applying Theory Z is improve employees' morale and job satisfaction. The main goal of Theory Z is to ensure that the employees are satisfied to work in the company. This helps boost their confidence and improve their creativity within the company. Under Theory Z, organizations express interest in each employee's complete life, including health and happiness of the employee and their families. This holistic concern allows the employees to feel confident and satisfied at work. Being able to work in an integrated organization further strengthens the bond between the company and their employees. The fourth benefit is drastic increase in productivity. Theory Z focuses on the empowerment of employees through training and other motivational avenues, and this leads to increased productivity of the employee. This management style ensures there is no formal organizational structure, which are aimed at boosting mutual trust among different groups of people in the organization. The employees coordinate, share information and resources with each other. This creates a sense of teamwork while establishing trust and openness between employees and thus reducing conflicts. Also, being a management style, practicing implicit measures with implicit control, employees are given freedom to perform a wider range of tasks while under evaluation, ensuring efficiency of operation and increase in productivity.
Hello, my name is Jaslyn and my matrix number is 253803. So, I would like to talk about criticism of management theory today. So, the management theory that I would like to present here is Theory Z. So, let's move on to the next slide. I'd like to present about the criticism of the management theory. So, there are actually 7 critiques of this management theory as we can see here. The first one is Theory Z may not be effective universally. This is because Theory Z originated from the Japanese management practices. So, Japanese management practices have emerged from Japan itself. Theory Z can be applied where Japanese culture is present. However, the culture of one nation varies from one another. This is why Theory Z can be applied generally because it is based on Japanese management practices. This may not be relevant for organizations in other places or other countries. So, the second critique is lifetime employment may be a challenge. Theory Z states that lifetime employment should be given to all employees in order to promote a strong bond between employees and organization. However, in reality, lifetime employment is not possible as per Theory Z. This is because an employer is not ready to retain an employee who is less productive. Many organizations are afflicted with short-term commitments by employees due to the fact that employers are from a traditional management perspective. So the third one is moderately specialized careers is difficult. So this is explained by the capability and ability of every individual, which is different. Some individuals may find it difficult to adapt to moderately specialized careers. So, in order to have a moderately specialized career, an employee needs to be trained in different job methods so to enable him to adapt to any work condition. If that employee does not have enough exposure, this may lead to inefficiency towards the employee. So, a skill is needed for this job and it is hard for the employee to transfer the job to another job in certain circumstances. So, let's move on to the fourth point, which is slow evaluation and promotion may lead to negative consequences. So, the organization which adopts Theory Z is generally categorized by the Japan model of slow evaluation and advertising. Workers are given much more longer opportunity to receive training and more time to learn, which may slow down the promotion process. So this may lead to negative circumstances towards the organization and the employee. This is because if upward promotion of workers is restricted, an organization will have to face a lot of problems created by the trade unions. So let's move on to the fifth critique, which is Theory Z lacks of empirical research. Theory Z is often criticized by the research supporting this theory that has limitations. So, many people have said that Theory Z has many limitations. So, the practical utility of this theory is very limited and have not been confirmed. So, this theory also fails to give guidelines regarding to the time which may be applied to an organization. The sixth critique is operational problems in implementation. So one of the features of Theory Z is that there is no formal structure. This may be a major critique for Theory Z, as there may be multiple operational problems in implementing Theory Z. This is because the absence of formal structure creates operational obstacles and hinders if the organization wants to implement Theory Z. So, last but not least, let me talk about difficulty in achieving consensus decision making. Theory Z emphasizes on the class feeling within the organization itself. So, therefore, it is very difficult to achieve this concept because every single employee actually differ in habits having food, the way they dress, or the preference. So it is impossible for every single employee in an organization to have the same exact opinion in an agreement. Lastly, I would like to make my conclusion. Firstly, Theory Z is an integrated model of motivation. Secondly, Theory Z takes into account the organizational variables in order to shape the behavior of individuals. Thirdly, a particular individual may behave differently in different types of organizational conditions. Okay, so lastly, Theory Z presents a more realistic picture of human behavior in the organization compared to making assumptions about human behavior by other theories. So this is all for my presentation today. Thank you.